what's up YouTube, man? It's your boy Action Jackson, and in today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys another mock draft that I'm doing, of course. So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment and share my video with anyone who you think might enjoy my content, and also double check and make sure that you guys do like the video and subscribe, because it definitely helps out my the algorithm for my video. And also, when you guys comment your ideas on the video, same thing, it pushes my video out there to the algorithm. The more you guys are active and the more you guys are participating within the video and everything like that, it definitely pushes my video out and helps out this channel grow and everything like that, man. So hopping straight into it, first off, when I start off with these mock drafts, I understand it's going to be a grain of salt, and I don't know what actual NFL GMs are thinking when it comes down to it. And I know officially with this mock, I already know that it's going to come with a grain of salt, because when I did this mock draft, it was February 16th, and we are now February 26th, I want to say. So right now, obviously some of the picks that I did select, they're not going to, they're probably, this is like once in a lifetime sort of mock draft that I did. I don't think these players are definitely going to be here when it comes down, in April, when the draft is out in Ohio. So, not in Ohio, but in Kansas City. So, hopping straight into the first person I selected is Jackson Smith Njigba. I already put it on the screen for you guys. Or also show the guys who were selected before and after I selected my pick. And officially now that I'm showing the grade, they also have the grade, and they graded the draft as well. But they had wide receiver as our most wanted position, or our most needed position. So I went out and I got JSN. For me, he was the best player on the board. Other people that were on the board that I liked were Nolan Smith at edge out of Georgia. But most of the guys that I wanted were out of there already. Like Joey Porter Jr. was somebody I always look at normally in these mocks, but I don't think he's going to make it all the way down to 26. Same thing. I like Deontay Banks. I've been watching, a lot of film on him, and I really like his play out of Maryland. I'll have another mock draft probably going over with him. Then, another player I like Jordan Addison, but he was already gone at 18. I can't believe Miles Murphy made it all the way down to 19 the way he did, because I see him in a lot of mocks where he is selected high, like in the top 10. Well, Anderson made it all the way down to 10, but, this, I don't know what was going on with this mock draft, but there was a lot of players making it falling down to the board normally where they don't normally fall. And then a lot of players were selected in some weird spots. But, yeah, so Jackson Smith was obviously the best player available. And I think that's what Dallas Cowboys, what they normally do when they draft. Normally in the first round, they normally go BPA, and it always ends up working out for them. Or anytime that they do go BPA, it's in a needed position. So adding Jackson Smith will be really key for this offense. Let me just go over some of his stats already. He didn't do too well in the 2022 season because he did deal with an injury 3 weeks heading into the year, and that sidelined him for pretty much throughout the entire year, because he didn't play in the college football playoffs. And that side, he had I forgot what sort of injury he had, but it was pretty serious to where he didn't play the rest of the year. So that might hurt his draft stock, but I think he's going to be healthy enough to participate in combine. That's another thing that also messes with these mock drafts as well, is that right now the mock drafts are not including the combines. They did include the Senior Bowl, but they're not including the combine yet. So obviously, depending on how players do in the combine, it's going to rise. Their drive stocks is going to rise, or it might tank them. But I feel like JSN is going to do well enough in the draft or in the combine to where he's going to be either at the level he's at, or he might take a couple steps up, depending on what team is there to select for him. But really what got his recognition is not only his play, his leadership, but what he did in 2021. He had 95 receptions. He had 1,600 yards. He averaged 16.9 yards a catch. He had 9 touchdowns. He really, really balled out in 2021. Then in 2022, he had 5 catches for 43 yards, no touchdowns. And in 2020, he had 10 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. So, his best year was his sophomore year in college. Like that was all right. But like I said, I really like his length on him. He is 6'1", 200 pounds is what they got him listed at right now. He's a route runner, which is somebody that we definitely need, and somebody that Dak Prescott really loves in his receivers are lengthy guys, are tall, lanky guys that can separate and catch the ball. He's really a yak guy, which is what we need in this West Coast offense. He's definitely going to be something that's great to use in the yard after catch ability that he does bring to the team. We can line him up anywhere. I know I said that for Jalen Tolbert, but I truly mean that for JSN. You can line him up anywhere, outside, inside. I remember seeing film work done by Steve Smith, and he was talking about how he was a really, really great route runner, and he has a PhD in route running, but he labeled him only as a slot receiver. But then later, Jason, he took to Twitter that like, thank you, for the recognition, everything like that. But he's more than a slot receiver, and for me, I agree with him. He's more than just a slot, and he's definitely going to prove that when it comes time down to play in the league. But I really like JSN, and if he's there at 26, without a doubt, I'm running up to the card. Depending else who else is there, if it's Joey Porter, JSN, which that would be like a rarity. But if that's true, that's definitely going to be a tough time for the Dallas Cowboys, obviously. But if he definitely get JSN at 26, that would be a dream come true. And obviously, he did state that he wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys. He even has a Dallas Cowboy tattoo tatted on his right arm. He's from Rockwall, Texas, my bad. And he grew up a Cowboy fan, everything like that. He only grew up, I think they say like 15 or 20 miles from when from where the Cowboys are playing, everything like that. So he's a Texas kid, love the Cowboys, but but a lot of people say that. I mean, he actually got it tatted on him, so it's different than somebody just saying it. But a lot of people, they say that to boost up their draft stocks, so they can get drafted higher or drafted right before the Cowboys or anything like that. But Jason definitely for me is a wonderful pick. I don't care PFF. I mean, they gave me A+ anyway, but that still was a great pick no matter what, because I definitely went BPA, and those are normally the best picks when you can go BPA. So for my second round pick, I went Eli Ricks, press corner guy out of Alabama. He has he's tall, lengthy as well. He definitely fits the Dan Quinn mold. He's 6'2". He had a really, really good year this year as well. Press corner guy. This is definitely that I want playing on the boundary, opposite of Trayvon Diggs. When he was targeted, he only allowed 9 catches for 171 yards. And throughout his entire career, he had 347 press snaps in his career. He's tall, he's lengthy, he can automatically play inside or out. But like I said, I definitely want to see him play on the boundary. Definitely is somebody that will love to have. And if we can get him in the second round, that'd be really, really nice. Opposite of, Trayvon Diggs. This is definitely like your 4-4, 4-3 guy that you could definitely have play opposite of Diggs, and it's going to definitely make an impact. So, yeah, so that was my second round pick. And then my third round pick, I went with Drew Sanders for me. And if we can come away with the first 3 days of it being JSN, Eli Ricks, and then Drew Sanders, I think the Dallas Cowboys will definitely have won the draft at that point, because you definitely will get you linebacker 1. Eli Ricks was up there in cornerback 2. He's out. This cornerback class is really, really deep, along with the offensive line, corner, and defensive line as well. That's a really deep class this year. And then you get JSN, man. That'll definitely take your team up there, and you'll definitely find wide receiver 2, cornerback 2, and linebacker 1 all in one draft. I know that's going to be hard, especially with the combine coming up. And I already said that at the combine that Drew Sanders definitely linebacker 1 in this draft. Drew Sanders, man, he was definitely a solid kid that, he played at Alabama. It's hard to start over there in Alabama. Like, Alabama has a lot of great talent. And for Drew Sanders, he was sitting on the bench at Alabama. He bet on himself. He transferred, got into the portal. He transferred to Arkansas, and definitely became one of the better linebackers and elevated that defense in Arkansas. He has amazing height to him. He's 6'5". In 2022, man, he had 9.5 sacks. He had 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery. He had a pick. He had 63 assisted tackles, 40 solo, 103 total. So he's definitely a sideline. This is a true definition of a sideline to sideline backer, man. And if you can definitely get a guy like Drew Sanders, man, in the draft. That would be amazing for him. And that will definitely elevate this defense. 6'5". This again, another person who will fit the mold for Dan Quinn, man. And I'm just looking at some of his highlights while I'm reviewing him over on ESPN, man. This is, like I said, true definition of sideline and sideline. He has great footwork. He can rush the passer. Um, he can rush the passer from here and there. This is like another Micah type player where you can put him. He'll just be a defensive weapon where you can put him anywhere on the field and he'll make a play. This is definitely somebody that we need because you just look at our division alone. You got Sam Howell if the Washington Commanders want to stick with him, or even if since they did get Eric Bieniemy as our offensive coordinator, if they want to take a chance on Anthony Richardson, have Anthony Richardson sit behind a veteran, either if it's not Sam Howell or he can sit behind if the Commanders want to draft somebody, or not draft, but sign somebody like a Matt Ryan if he is released from the Indianapolis Colts, or maybe I can't think of another quarterback that could possibly hit the market. I know they won't sign Derek Carr because Derek Carr will now be associated with the Commanders and what ownership goes on over there. And I wouldn't want Derek Carr to be playing in Washington anyway. Like I said, mainly because of what goes on, the drama with the ownership and everything like that. So, obviously, I would love to get Drew Sanders, 6'5", like I said. He just had an amazing year in 2022 when he definitely transferred from Alabama. He definitely made himself a profound name in college football. So, with that happening, man, those are my first three picks. I picked JSN in the first round. I picked Eli Ricks in the second round. And I picked Drew Sanders in the third round. And Dallas Cowboys come off the first 2 days getting those three players. And in a perfect world, that'd be nice because that definitely upgrades linebacker 1, and you get another defensive weapon along with Micah where you can put him anywhere on the field. Eli Ricks is your great press man corner that can play opposite of Trayvon Diggs, can definitely play on the boundary. JSN is definitely somebody that we can utilize all over this field, and he is a perfect West Coast style type of receiver where he's great after the catch. You put the ball in his hands, he's going to make anything happen. And he's a great route runner, which Dak Prescott loves, and that's what we need. So, yeah, man, that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you later. Stay blessed. Bye.